Hello and welcome to my video blog. Today we talk about a solution how we can get some interesting information from your running program. We want to learn how we can show the name of every control, component or form of your running program and show also the name of the caller form. This is part 1 video where we can see the solution for FMX programs, and in some days another video will follow where we can see the solution for VCL programs. You might ask, for what is this good? I will tell you and give you some examples, but first I show you what I mean so you can understand better my examples. Here we have a running FMX program, my PDF manager program, and on the left side you see a control, and now I want to know what kind of control is it. So I press a defined shortcut and get this information in this dialog, so we can see all these components lies in the form TF main and in a tab control and also in a frame, and the control is a tree view and its name is tree view 1, and we can use it also here in the main window or on every control where the mouse hover over. For example, I hover the mouse over this button and press my shortcut, and the last control here is T speed button be enclosed dock. And here we have the form hierarchy. That is also sometimes a very interesting information. So now you know what I mean, and call perhaps another dialog. And of course I can do here the same with this OK button. Additionally, the information, this is the caller form, TF main, F main. That is also sometimes an interesting information. So again, now I tell you for what this could be very helpful. First, you want to reuse a dialog from one program in another program, but you can't remember the name of the form. If you are developing only one program, that should normally not a problem. But I'm developing more than 20 programs with more than thousands forms or frames, so it is not so easy to find the form. Solution: run the program, let's show the form and use the shortcut, and you will have the info about the name of the form. Second, in debugging situation, a form is perhaps surprisingly displayed and you want to know the caller form to understand the flow of the program. Third, also in developing situations, you want to copy some controls from another form that are lying in a complex nested form structure, for example controls, tab control, tab items, frames and so on, and sometimes that is very hard to find these forms. So you have information how the path is to go to this controls. And fourth, also in developing situations, at runtime some controls perhaps are displayed. You don't know why, and you want to have the name of the controls to find out the reason for this. So, and now I will show you how this was implemented. At first you go to your form key down event, and here you integrate this function, this procedure special info key pressed, and here my special key combination is checked. You can use this one or another, whatever you want, and if it was used you can set key and key char to 0 or char 0 as sign that these keys were handled, and then you call the procedure get control hierarchy under mouse. You can implement this in every unit you want, and here I will show you how this function works. So we are now in this procedure, and at first we need the mouse pos and the form. The form we get with a screen active form, and we check if this form is also assigned, and if so, we try to get the control with a call of form object at point from this mouse position, and if this control is not nil, we check is this object a control or not. If it's a control, we want to have the name of the control, and we call therefore the function get named control, and if not, we assigned this variable to the name control. We can have just a short look here in the get named control function. It looks like this. Make some checks if the parent is assigned and if it has a name or not. And if it's a component, we call this get parent component info, and we have to check if the component is a frame or a form. Then we use this assignments, and if the owner isn't nil, we can also assign the name of the owner. So after that we have collected all relevant information and can show this information in a message dialog. I use my extended show message dialog. In some videos ago I show you how I have replaced the FMX dialogs with my own dialogs, but if you don't use this, you can simply use show message in this case. So perhaps you have noticed that we have integrated this function only in the main form, but it works also in other forms, and you might ask how that will work. The answer is I use a thread that every 2 seconds checks which forms are displayed and checks if the displayed form has an event assigned to the on key down or on key up event, and if not, it assigns this function here special key info pressed. It looks like this. This is the key register thread. It is defined here in the interface section, and the execute function looks like this. First it calls the inherited, then it sleeps for 2 seconds, and in the main thread it checks the form counts, and this form has not assigned the on key down event, it will assign then our special info keys pressed, and if the on key down event has already one, it checks if we can use instead of this on key up event. So you see that's the only restriction. If a form has already assigned the on key down and also the on key up event, it won't work. But you can do it if you need it by yourself and integrate an extra call in such a form. Yeah, and an on create event of your main form, you call this procedure start key register thread, and here the thread will be created, is also started already, and then all works as expected. I have collected all this code in one file for you, add some information how the steps are to integrate this in your program. You can use it for free. and download it from my homepage. In the description of the video you'll find the download link. And as I mentioned before, that works also in the VCL programs. It's similar but has another approach. And this I will show you in the next video. That was all for today. Bye bye.